In this video, I'm going to show you how to host your own website in 3 easy steps. Now, a lot of people don't understand that when you buy a domain or buy a website, there's actually 2 fees are involved. First of all, you have the fee of actually purchasing the rights for the URL. So yourwebsite.com is a yearly fee. The second cost that is involved is a place where you store all of your files, where you store your website, where you store your pictures, your articles, and that is called a hosting account. You have to have somebody host your domain, and sometimes the same place that you purchased the domain also offers hosting, and other times they're just hosting accounts that's all they do. They don't get involved with registering domains or any of the fees associated with that. Typically, it's like $10 a year, depending on if you get a .com or a .biz. Sometimes you can find a deal on that, and unless you buy a domain from somebody else and it's increased the value of that domain. But usually it's about $10 a year, whatever name that you come up with, and then you have a monthly fee to host your website. And typically those can start right around $5, $6, $7, $8 a month. And this depends on your bandwidth, or how much traffic you have coming to your site, how many files that you have, just what you have going on really determines that whether that fee is going to go up or not. But typically most people can host for around $5 a month. Now, the steps that we're going to talk about today are number one, after you find a hosting plan that fits your budget. That's step one. You're going to get some information from the company that you purchased your URL from, and some information from your hosting company. If it's different, then you're going to want to keep this information in a safe spot. Typically, it's just an email or two. It's going to have login information. It's going to have your DNS name server information. It's going to talk about things like cPanel. Most of the time, these emails are just one page, single page. Just go ahead and print them out. Start a file folder, keep them in a safe spot because you're going to need them. So, after you find a place to host your account, and there's plenty of them out there, we're not going to talk about that today, you're going to want to go into, log into the area where you purchased your domain from. There's going to be a section in there, once you log in, that's going to show you the URL or the domain that you purchased, and it's going to ask you, where do you want to point your name servers? Most hosting companies will by default have their own little website set up that usually has AdSense on it or some type of other money-making ads for that particular company. And you have to go in there and say, hey, I want to point this website address to this hosting company. And that hosting company is going to be where you're going to have your website and your pictures and videos and whatever else you decide to have on there, instead of the information that's just by default on here. These are called name servers. The name servers is the information that you're going to get from the company that you host your website from. And this is where you want to point your domain. So, yourbrandnewsite.com is going to get pointed to the hosting account via these name servers. The hosting account is going to give you the name servers, and typically they're going to be like 1022 dot yourhostingcompanyname.com. So, for example, if you host with HostGator, it'd be 1022.hostgator.com. Now, most hosting companies will give you at least 2. The first one is going to be your primary address, and your second one is going to be a backup just in case if it goes down. So anyways, you want to specify, you want to click the tab that says specify custom DNS servers, and you want to go ahead and put those 2 name servers in there, the primary and then the secondary. And then of course it'll tell you in the email that you get from from your hosting company what your DNS name servers are and where to point your website to. The second step you're going to want to go is log into your cPanel account, and again, you're going to get this information on an email from the company that you host your website from. They're going to give you your username, their password. They're actually going to give you the login URL, and once you log in, you want to navigate down right on the main page of the cPanel here to where it says Add on Domains, and you want to go ahead and click that. There's lots of stuff back here in cPanel, and over time you will get familiar with some of this. You won't need to know all of it back here, but for right now we want to just go ahead and get your website up and running. So click on Add on Domain, and again, very basic information that you're going to get from the emails from when you register your domain, and of course when you sign up with a hosting company here. And the three fields here that you're going to want to pay attention to is you want to go ahead and type your domain in there, and this is just the name and then the .com or the .net or the .biz. You don't want to put an HTTP or the www. In this example here, my domain says how to host your own website, and it's a .net. So that's what you put in there, and when you tab down, these other sites will populate until you get to your password. And you want to come up with a pretty secure password on here, because this is you know back where the action is. This is where you store all of your files. This is pretty important. You don't want people to be getting back in here. So go ahead and make sure that you write down this password. And typically what I like to do is I like to write it down on the emails that I get from when I register the domain. I go ahead and print those emails out like we talked about in the beginning. And then click Add Domain. And that's it. That's really it. That's all you're going to do. And you're going to see this screen right here. It's going to say that it's been created, and if you like to go back to the file manager, that you can do so as well. And so it's very simple. Don't let anybody charge you a whole lot of money for this. This is very basic, very simple, and it might look difficult or sound difficult here in the beginning, but once you do it, you will see that these steps will be very, very easy for you. Now, if you're brand new, or if you're got a little experience with you, either way, I invite you to download the free ebook, Create Your First Website, by 3:45 this afternoon. If you're watching this video on YouTube, then click the link in the description. It's going to take you to a website. Put your name and email address in there. Doesn't cost you anything. It's a step-by-step book that has hundreds of screenshots and a lot of videos, and it's simple, non-techy. You can pause videos, you can go to certain pages, and really just step by step. Within just a few short hours, you can have your own website not only purchased, but you can have it registered. I show you how, just like the information that we went through. We also show you how to promote this website and really just get you up and running with your own piece of internet real estate. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you on the next one.